Mr. Taylor. Just a precision, when we will run the question and answer, I will be speaking here. Mr. Madsen?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Barry Madsen. If anybody's mistaken me accidentally for Thomas Mulcair, just know that parlez-vous français, n'est-ce pas? Rather than focus to begin with on party policy, because I think most people in the room are being exposed to it through the media on a pretty much a daily basis, I'd prefer to focus a bit more on the individual candidates that are before you, because you're not going to get that same opportunity in those same venues to see what your local representatives look and sound like. So my focus is going to be on differentiating myself from the other candidates that are here, and people that are supportive of the NDP could get most of their information online or on television through the media. I do have it here. I'm fully fluent in it, but at the same time, I don't think people, when there's Blackberries and iPhones in the room, want to focus on reading while I'm reading at the same time at the front of the room. I don't think that's what the purpose of this event is for. So I wanted to begin with a story that I wanted to pass on to you about shortly after it was announced in the paper. Progressive conservative friend of mine came to me, and he said that he was interested in supporting me, and he said the reason that really all he could do for me was provide me with money. And my first thought was, okay, I'm friends with this person. I understand that they may give me a small amount of money. They could quite possibly give me a large amount of money. But the overall feeling I had after going through that experience was that when people give you large amounts of money, there is an expectation. And I did not want, after I was elected, to have to deal with that person coming back to me. I don't think they ever would have, but them or anybody else coming back to me and saying that you owe me as a result of the donation you made. Under the law in Alberta, parties and candidates during an election year can take as much as $30,000. And to me, those kind of donations represent more a debt to the person and the organization that's providing it, especially with corporate donations. I don't accept donations over $1. The NDP, for quite some time now, doesn't accept donations from large corporations. And the reason is because once we get elected, either as MP or MLA or as government, our expectation is that we don't want to be tied down by a debt to any large corporation. And we are receiving money, like they throw it around. We received a check for $5,000 and the party sent it back. So it's not just something we talk about when it happens, we actually follow through with it. So my background, I've lived here for 32 years. I worked at the mill for the first 25. I was active in the union. I left in 2004 after I ran provincially. They eliminated my position, so rather than stay and take up a position that I didn't want, I wasn't happy working there. I took severance, left the place for somebody else to fill that wanted to be there. So after that, I took a position with Morad, so I've spent the last 6 years doing a completely different job. I basically picked it up from scratch, and now we have about 600 customers that I maintain on an ongoing basis. So my desire is to represent the 2/3 of the population that was entitled to vote in the last election, but couldn't find a good reason to bother. They outnumber voters by almost 2 to 1. And to me, you don't live in a democracy when only 35, 37% of the population is voting. Something's wrong. So I'm standing before you as a a working person, wearing the same clothes I wear every day, talking to people that are wearing the same clothes they wear every day. I'm not wearing a suit, and it's by design because they got 1/3 of the vote last time. 2/3 of the population isn't impressed by suits. So, as far as party policy is concerned,
Thank you very much.